Really weird. And this is in default. Hi guys, I'm Steex, audio video production. Today I'm gonna introduce you a new free plugin, so you can get it for free, and it's called 𝙎𝙤𝙙𝙬, Algorithmic Soundbox Emulator. But what is 𝙎𝙤? 𝙎𝙤 stands for 𝙎𝙤𝙙𝙬, and it's basically a website where you can find a lot of information about audio gear, plugins, DAW, and so on and so forth. So you can see periodically reviews, so reviews about guitars, about real gear, studio environments, about orchestral, so violins, cello, and so on and so forth. So you have the link in the description to try out this free plugin, but now let's jump into my DAW. I'm using Presonus Studio One 6, so let's listen this 𝙎𝙤𝙙 box in different sound sources. Before starting with the sound, let's see also the GUI. So the 𝙎𝙤𝙙 box, as you can see, is pretty simple plugin, but it can be really powerful to create gentle sound, so gentle drive, for example, but can be also a great tool to create really weird sound and really complex sound. So as you can see, it's divided into different boxes. The first signal goes to the drive. As you can see, you have the drive and the clip. Then you have this giant box, which is the resonators, and then the modulation. Finally, you have basically the mix, because here you can decide how much is your clean, how much is your drive parts, how much is your resonator parts, and the overall tone. Of course, you have also the master volume, so the overall volume of the plugin. You have also the oversampling. Here you can choose up to 32 pair of oversampling, and this will be really interesting when you use the drive, for example, because oversampling on modulation is not really important, but it's important when you start creating some harmonics, okay? You can also use some presets, but as you can see, there is no any presets here, because the presets are stored inside your DAW. So depending on your DAW that you are using, you have presets stored in local parts. Here in my Studio One, I can see presets going to the browser. I have to go to the path because I'm using Mac version, so I have to go to my Macintosh, to my library, go to audio, and finally I have to find presets. Inside the presets, you have some preset store, depending on the plugin that you have inside, of course, your system. So I have to go here on 𝙎𝙤𝙙𝙬, 𝙎𝙤𝙙 box, and here I have the preset. Double clicking, I can recall the preset. Very easy. Double click, and as you can see, it's recalling, brighter, warmer, and default again. So this is how presets works. It's not really user-friendly, in my opinion, but let's listen now on the overall mix, so placing it to the master. So let's listen. This is without the 𝙎𝙤𝙙 box. Great groove. Really weird. And this is in default. Okay. Panning, you can create a really weird stereo effect. Oh, by the way, you can also automate everything, so it would be really cool automating this plugin. So let's try out step by step. So let's listen each kind of portion of this plugin so we can understand better what the plugin can do. So let's start with all bypassed, so the resonator bypassed, and let's now use only the drive. So let's listen how the drive is really, really gentle, really soft. Bypassed. It's too much, maybe. Let's try out this only on drum. Bypassed. It's bigger. You can also use, for example, this plugin to change the behavior and the harmonic content on some specific frequencies. Let me show you, for example, with the bass. You can also invert basically this resonator, the phase, so you can create weirder effect basically. Before and after is just a bit more scooped. Okay, let's now try out this on the guitar, for example. This is bypassed. Width, it's much brighter. And we can also create some weird effect with the pan. More drive. We can also add some modulation, even if this guitar has some modulation itself. Before, after. We can also try out some presets, so this is the default. If you want warmer, brighter, chorus, phaser, you can insert this weird effect thanks to the pan position. It's creating this sort of stereo effect. Reverb. Or get nasty. You can really experiment and create really interesting sound with this HC box, because you have basically the resonator, which is creating some sort of harmonics in some frequencies. You basically are creating some phase phase sound, basically, depending on the frequencies. You have the drive, which is really subtle, and I really like this. The modulation to create, of course, some chorus, and the time and feedback can be really handy to create some sort of reverb if you want, but also some weird effect together with the resonator, depending on the frequencies that you want to push more. Overall, I think it's a really great plugin that push you to be really creative. So this is a plugin for creative people, in my opinion. Can be really handy to create some strange effect, especially in funky style sounds, in my opinion. So you have the link in the description. You can try out for free this plugin, and you can, of course, download and install for free because it's a free plugin. Let me know what you think about with a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!